All right, we're getting started with a little hip abduction here. Nice little warm up to my leg day. Um, we're starting off with 110. I'll really try to just warm up those muscles a bit. Probably pump this one out for like 10. Just warming up the muscles a bit. Lighter weight. That's really going to get me to feel that stretch. Kind of a dynamic warm up. Actually, I'll bust this one out for 12. Squeeze. Good set. Okay, so for this second set here, we're gonna go a little bit heavier. We're gonna go 40 pounds heavier. We're gonna try to hit 150. Um, like I said, we're aiming about that 5 to 8 rep range. It's kind of where the heavier thing goes into. It's a little bit lighter than what I would normally do, but just mainly because I've been out of the gym for a while. So let's see how this. Let's get a little bit lighter. See how this stretch, how this set works. All right, so we hit that one for about 10. Mainly just because I felt like I had a few extra reps in there. Basically, what that's telling me is I am at 150 now. I'm probably going to go up to 180 just so I can really reach that zero RPE that I want to be hitting. Uh, Especially on these, I like that a little bit more volume. They're an underdeveloped muscle, so I feel like they're not really a widely used muscle that I would normally use, but in like day-to-day life, I know I sound like an idiot for saying that, but I kind of do like that. Um, but yeah, good set. Probably gonna do about 180 next time. Okay, yeah. So basically, this next thing gonna be hitting uh, machine cap raises. Um, I like them a lot. I don't really have a block to stand on to really get a deep stretch with the calves, but I like one of my ego lifts where I like to load up a lot of weight and just you know crank that shit out. Like a teenager. All right, so just starting off with a plate. Starting off light, a little warm up. But then it's just kind of to stretch out the calves. Get the calves ready. You know what I'm saying? Can be light. Kind of like to do just one legged. Warm up the calves a bit. But you don't know. Let's go back and count. Definitely needed that. Um, After that one, wasn't really hard, but the calves definitely needed to be stretched out a bit. So happy I did that one. Okay, so we're getting into this. Um, got 205 loaded on. Uh, it's fairly easy work. Uh, Hoping for about 10, 12 maybe. But yeah, I mean, definitely feel the calves being a little bit tight. So I'm hoping that doesn't become an issue here. But yeah, let's go. Okay, so weight definitely wasn't an issue there. Um, yeah, I like that. Definitely can go up another 90 to 295, maybe throw on a 2.5s, make it 300 flat. But yeah, that's for the next set though. Time will tell how that goes. Um, yeah, probably look like a big step though. But I'll just wait. Add it on. I feel like a dickhead. It's a nice little ego boost, though, a little ego lift through. Um, but yeah, could you angle down a bit more? Just a bit, so I can get my feet. It's fine. Yeah, good enough. Thank you. Okay. Well, the one thing I am worried about is pushing this up, is squatting this up because it is 300. I've squatted, I've squatted 260 though before, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. No belt here though. I don't normally wear a belt on the field. Let's hope I don't die because of the ego. That'd be a bad thing. It's just, I mean, yeah, yeah, we're stopping it. That is heavy. Felt my back big. Didn't warm up the back muscles when we did it. But I'm happy with this set overall. Stuff felt light. All right. That's an amazing thing. Nice to throw around some weight, but like, it's better to just squeeze it, you know? What? Whatever, yeah. So, drop it. Little squeezing. Good set. Okay. I think for this second set, probably gonna go like 150. Keep it light, but keep it squeezing. You know? Yay, nay. Maybe say. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it same same thing with squeezing. I throw the weight around a lot on this, but I really want to feel it. Really want to get that activation with the muscles. Uh, uh, you know, it's nice to feel the burn a little bit when you're doing it. You know, when you're doing like a squeezing set, the burning sensation that you feel. It's nice to feel it a bit. You know? Okay. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. It's a feeling that you will uh, either experience through progressing in the gym or meeting up with Maggie, who's 10 miles away from you. You don't get that reference, but that's okay. All right. A little bit of walking time, a little bit of cardio time. I got about, I don't even know, bro. But we're just going to record it. Uh, you know, so. Oh, shit, but I got the Louisville game on. Louisville, Kentucky. I got Louisville. And he just hit that. That's what's up. But anyways, I had to keep it quick because I wanted to prioritize cardio today. I think I did that. I think I did a good little lift. Got abductors, got some good quad activation with the leg extensions. Definitely feel a decent pump. Of course, that's not what you're always supposed to chase, but I went heavier than I normally do on calf raises here on the Smith machine. I went heavier than I normally do on hip abductors Actually, I got more reps. I didn't go heavier. I got more reps than what I normally do. So, I mean, that's a plus. And then also another plus would be the the more activation that I felt when doing the leg extension. So I think that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Is I might um, have a few. Probably started off with 2 like squeezing sets, and then hit a third. Just right rep that shit out heavy because I can. But yeah. Overall, I think it was a decent lift. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I kind of got to lock back in, and that's what these videos really are or for me to learn how to lock back in. Um, just by doing stuff that I like, and I like recording videos. It doesn't really take any extra time. It takes time out of my day, though. I got a paper I got to write by midnight tonight, but oh well, I'm good at writing papers. Um, yeah, I think I really struggle just by the fact that like it's hard to make time um, between like classes and work and all that stuff. I kind of want my like free time, but I guess this is really like free time. Um, but I'm heading back home in a month, so when I live with the boys, I got to be in at least decentish shape, and I know I can get myself back in decent shape before I go back down there in a month. I won't like look incredibly like different, or I won't be incredibly cut, but I am gonna look pretty decent, hopefully. Actually, no, not even hopefully. I know I will. I've done it before. I trusted my abilities to do it, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I just need to stop letting myself go. It's just pure laziness. I gotta stop being fucking lazy. I got a goal. I gotta hit that. I want to compete in a bodybuilding show in a couple of years, so I really gotta just step that up. Um, I know this is quite the angle. I know you guys love looking at me from this angle. And I guess really at the end of the day is I don't care if this really gets any views. It could blow up. I'd love for it to blow up, obviously, or it could not. I know that the gym industry is oversaturated. You kind of got to be original, but there really is no originality unless you're being a complete dickhead and getting clicks. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like you just really gotta, you really just gotta find what you love, do what you love, feel good about what you're doing, because hopefully that's what you're doing by, doing what you love. But you gotta really just stick to it. You can't really come here and listen to some guy on YouTube or TikTok or X or Instagram, whatever, and really trust for that person to give you the motivation to go do it. You got to find that sense of autonomy to go do it yourself. You got to have some pride in what you do. You got to be able to do everything that you do at 100% that you have. Not saying that you gotta give 100%. Because maybe some days you don't have 100. Some days you might have like 75, but give 100% of that 75%, and that's a good fucking day. But if you use that as an excuse, you say, oh man, I really got like, I'm not feeling the best, a little bit tired, but so I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna hit some lazy curls, I'm gonna hit a lazy push down, and I'm gonna leave, call it a day, and say, hey, look, I did some weight that's like 30 pounds lower than what you normally do. I think that's shitty. I think that if you do gotta cut a workout down a bit, go ahead and do that, but still give all that effort that you can. I think that's really important, primarily. And even just ways, to get me to come to the gym, as I'm lucky enough that my girlfriend comes to the gym with me, gets me coming here a bit more, she semi likes it. I can see sometimes that she doesn't, but she still comes here, and I am always appreciative of that. I don't force her to come here, by the way. I don't want anybody to be thinking that, but this Planet Fitness that I'm lifting at doesn't really have all the machines and stuff that like other Planet Fitnesses really have. So when I do go back home, I am looking forward to having some free weights, be able to bench normally, squat normally. It's just a good little mix up to what you're doing. A good little change of pace. Here they really only have like 1 to 2 options for every muscle group or like every movement that you really want to do, and one of them's really a crappy machine that doesn't really have full range of motion or anything like that. So, it doesn't really feel the best. But, I'm definitely thinking the gears are turning on how I can make everything a little bit better. But, that's just kind of like, my reset here. I'm gonna go home, probably cook up some chicken. Cook up a little bit of rice maybe. Depends on if the lady wants to do chicken Alfredo or not. So we might end up doing that. Haven't really eaten much today, so that kind of does give me a little bit of a pass to eat a chicken Alfredo. I don't really like to run from the carbs. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw there, I'm kind of like skinny fat. Just kind of need to slim down a bit. Definitely going to be doing that though. So, I'm looking forward to going on this cut. I'm really looking forward to seeing how I look, building this body up. So hopefully I can look the way I want when I see it in the mirror. And you really got to look. No, it's hard. I know it's like mental, but you got to kind of look past like I think I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but look at where you began from, and just kind of push to continue getting better than where you started. Even if you just take a fourth of a step forward, as long as you're taking a fourth of a step forward every single day, and it's okay to get knocked back like 3 steps, as long as you take that step forward again, pick yourself back up, dust yourself back off, get pushing, and I'm really just yapping for myself here, trying to push myself to be better. But hopefully I'm gonna be back here tomorrow. God knows when. I think I'm actually gonna be here during the prime hours of the gym, so that's gonna be interesting to see, unless I choose to wake up early. Who knows? Might do that so I can escape some people. But yeah, I didn't hit legs today because the lady wanted to. We're gonna hit some chest and try tomorrow because I want to. She doesn't know it yet, but she's gonna be stuck hitting chest and try tomorrow. She's not ready. Chest and try. Chest and tricep tomorrow. Yeah, we're going before my class. 7 a.m. We'll be here. We will. She says no, but we will be here 7 a.m. tomorrow. Know what I'm saying? Get back into it.